Hello everybody and welcome to another Transformers third party review, fresh off the heels of TFNation. I'm taking a look at the C001TFN Rune by MAAS Toys. This is a convention exclusive for adults and it is their interpretation of the kind of War Within, War for Cybertron style Glyph. Finally, we get some more fembots. Now, unfortunately, my suitcase has given my box a bit of a battering. We've all been there, haven't we? But you can just about see the really gorgeous artwork on the back there. I like that. I actually like that more than I do the artwork on some of the other releases. I think there's just something about Glyph which captures my fancy, so to speak. The text is the standard, basically what we get with each version of this mold. And on the side there we've got a quick transform from this into this. We've got your standard warnings on the bottom. Without further ado, let's take a look at Glyph herself. And here she is, and she rolls! She rolls quite nicely. This is a very nice Cybertronian vehicle mode. You may recognise this shape from the first episode of Transformers G1, the More Than Meets the Eye, where you have Bumblebee and Wheeljack in their Cybertronian forms, and yet they look identical to their Earthbound robots. Who'd have thought? It's a very nice alt mode. It's a very kind of large deluxe. This series of figures are the first offerings from MAAS Toys. Now they do have a record of kind of design and working in the background of other third-party companies, but this is the first time this team has come together for their own products, and they're nice. It's a very good, solid plastic consistency. The paint applications, albeit they're minimal, but they do exactly what they need to do. And just taking a look underneath there, you can see that everything's folded up, but it's all out of the way. We need a Cybertronian version of Glyph, and this really does deliver. To give you an idea of scale, here she is alongside MP10U. As you can see, she's definitely a large deluxe, to say the least. And here she is alongside my second favourite version of the mould, the Goldbug. I just love the colours on this guy. He looks absolutely stonking. As far as accessories and weapons go, the weapons are stored underneath. There's just two pistols on either side. Now there aren't any instructions with these figures at all. There's actually a QR barcode which you can scan. It takes you through to either the YouTube or the Youku, which is the Chinese equivalent, and you can watch the instructional video there, or you should stay and watch me transform it. Do not leave my page. It's very straightforward. First of all, let's just untab these legs. You want to bring them forwards, extend the knee, rotate the waist around, untab these shoulder sections, untab the forearms and bring them down, rotate the legs at the thighs, using this ball joint section, rock the shoulders upwards and bring the waist tab down, detach the firearms, bring the shoulder down and make sure that the shoulder is actually reversed, so this section is facing outwards. That allows us to bring the forearm all the way down, which makes it look a lot more natural in robot mode. You then want to rock this forearm section over so that you have something that looks like this. Applying pressure to the front and the back, you just want to tab this section down, untab this and rock it upwards and downwards so that this piece can collapse down to the back. Bring the head upwards, those panels come up and push against the rear of Glyph. And there we have her fully transformed up. I do like how she looks. It's just very kind of feminine look to her, especially in that face sculpt. They've really managed to catch a very kind of human-esque look to her. And for something so small, I mean the face itself is smaller than my smallest fingernail. It's a very good sculpt. What a corker. Now she definitely has that Cybertronian War Within look about her. I like how you've got these hinges in this backpack section here. They kind of go up and then down and then up, and it all compresses nicely on the back there. I do like these big, huge shoulder pads as well. I'm not a fan of the way the shoulders have to be rotated around this way to get them to sit deeply in there. You can rotate the shoulders around like that, but in doing so you bring it down and it won't go close enough to the body, and we end up making her look like she's kind of got long monkey arms. You really need this shoulder to be rotated outwards so that we can bring that in there nice and close to that torso. Articulation wise, for a figure of this size, she is quite articulated. The head can look up, but I mean really up, so she's looking up to like Primus or Unicron. Look down, we can go left and we can go right. It's not ball mounted, so we don't have any quizzical tilting. The shoulders can go forwards and backwards. We can come up and down. They also move independently up and down below those shoulder pads. We do have an upper bicep rotation, and we do have a single joint on the elbow, and it is hindered somewhat by this kibble. The wrists can tilt upwards and down, and they can rotate fully. The hands are fixed. Due to the transformation, we do get an ab crunch, which has been tightened. We didn't have to have this joint as tight as it is, but they've made it work as an ab crunch nonetheless. We do have a waist rotation, and the legs can come forwards and backwards, out to the side, upper thigh rotation, a nice bend at the knee, and the feet can go up and down, go left and right, and we do get a very nice tilt. So for a wee lass, she is quite poseable. Here she is alongside the MAAS Bumblebee and Fans Toys Sea Spray. Just to give you an idea of how she fares, she stands just over 4.5 inches, that's about 12 centimeters, and weighing in at 95 grams, that's 3.35 ounces. She's quite a lightweight, but don't let her height and weight fool you. She is a remarkably fun toy, and at £35 for a convention exclusive, it was a must for a lot of the TFNation attendees. And my personal reason for purchase is because I'm trying to build up Dreamwave War Within shelf, and the Glyph, the Bumblebee, the Goldbug, they all fit into that aesthetic perfectly. This is just one of the first offerings from MAAS Toys. They've got the likes of pipes planned. They're doing the Seekers. The Seekers will stand about a Voyager height, which will be about here, and they go from looking like a G1 kind of animation Earthform Seeker to a full-on Cybertronian Tetrajet, and that's some really good engineering. I honestly cannot wait, and I hope that they are just as affordable as their first offerings. I hope that you found this video useful. If you have, feel free to give it a bit of thumbs up, share, and of course subscribe. Thanks again to both MAAS Toys and TFNation for bringing us a convention exclusive, and one at a very reasonable, affordable price. Until next time, from myself and Rune, thanks for watching. Goodbye.